Hey everybody, it is Margaret. Welcome to my channel, Texas Gal Treasures. I am live, so if you're watching this later and you hear me talking to people that you don't see, it's because I'm live and I have the chat open on the side. This video is all about prioritizing after a job loss, and that's what I titled it as for the moment. Basically, long story short, I guess it's a short story now, but yesterday Randy was laid off. So that's pretty huge. Yeah. So, and I got his okay to talk about it. We had some ground rules about, what could and couldn't be said because he had to sign like a thing for his severance package. He had to sign some special thing, like what he could and couldn't talk about, or I don't know, whatever. So, yeah, so that's kind of where we're at here. So I'm trying to put not necessarily, a positive spin as much as I can, but I feel like coming up with a plan is the best thing we can do right now. So that's where I'm at. And I wanted to do this not necessarily for sympathy at all, but for one, I know that a lot of you guys out there have been through something like this, or a family member, or a husband, or yourself. And so I know that I can come to my community. You guys are my community, and I could come to you and say, this is going on in our life, and we can help each other out, So there's that, and then just to kind of give a rundown of what our thoughts have been and what our plans are. So basically, long story short, as far as why he lost his job, his company was downsizing his department and outsourcing. So more than half of his department was relieved of duty, and that was it, basically. Pretty much not a lot of warning. So there was no, like, you have 2 weeks. It was yesterday was the last day. So I think because he does computer stuff and coding and things like that, this is just my thinking. This is not at all what he said, but I have a feeling like, they're developers, computer, that, I could see them being worried that, oh, well, they'll go copy the code, or I don't even know, like proprietary type stuff. That's why I'm guessing they didn't give any kind of notice or things like that. So I wrote down I was trying to be, productive and like come up with top 10 tips of what we're doing, our top 10 plan. But honestly, this is totally uncharted territory. So I'll share with what I have, and you can tell me what you think and what tips you might have. So yes, lots of friends in the chat. Thank you so much, everybody. I feel like I'm still in shock. So it's, yeah, more layoffs. I'm reading in the chat real quick just to see. Yeah, he does. If you are new here and you don't know me, my name's Margaret. Let me back up a minute. I'm a stay-at-home mom, which makes this even bigger, right? Because Randy's basically our sole, breadwinner as far as making the money that pays the bills. So I was a teacher. I taught elementary school for 14 years. I started staying home with my guys 4 years ago and started reselling. So I sell on eBay and Etsy, and I make shirts for print-on-demand platforms like Merch by Amazon and Printful, Etsy integration. So that's the main thing that I do. I have a jewelry group, and I have a Patreon page for things that go along with all of that. So so there is a little money coming in from what I do. Is it the extent to which my husband brings in? No. Do I have medical insurance on my own? No. So there's a lot to kind of think about. And so, like I said, I'm going to get into that. So again, if you're new here, that's where I'm coming from. And we just started homeschooling the kids right before the holidays too. So there's a whole other thing as far as that goes. So let me scroll through the chat real quick, and I'll jump into my list. Yeah, so this is what's going on, right? And and that's the thing too, like another reason for putting it out there, there's like I don't know if it's a guy thing or if it's just taking it personal thing. Like, it's not a reflection. Like, they didn't just go in and like fire you, right? It was like they cut a whole bunch, of the department out. So it's not personal, right? So I'm like, if we put it out there, somebody may know, like, have a connection. He does computer stuff is so broad, but he's a UI UX front end, back end, full stack developer. I don't know. Anyway, so there's that. And yes, he has a Merch by Amazon account. The only shirt that he has up there is one that I put so he wouldn't lose his account. So we'll see. Let's see. I'm just looking through the chat real quick. Yeah, Julie, yes, he is getting somewhat of a severance package. So that's good. He did file for unemployment today. There's something he's got to do too. We're just trying to, this is new for both of us. So anyway, he should contact his friends. Yeah, he's definitely doing that. Julie says it was like a death for us. Yeah, it's different. Yeah, so okay. So here's, again, if you have any tips and you're watching later, please leave a comment in the comment section, because certainly it will help me. But as we are all, as this reseller community, some of us work and resell, and this could happen at any point to anybody. So leave a comment down below. Do you have 401k? That I need to ask him about his 401k, because he does have a 401k with the company. So we haven't even touched on that yet. Let me write that down, Julie. We need to talk about that. Okay, so if the bin pickers could, what, I'll have to look into that too. And Cindy's saying, yeah, men take it really bad. It's honestly, he hasn't been taking it bad. So far he's really optimistic, which is one of his, one of the really positive things about him. He's a really positive dude and tries to look on the bright side. His twin was telling him it's going to be a roller coaster. Today you're feeling optimistic and you're like, one door closes, another door opens, and in 2 days you're going to be just like down in the dumps. And so just, he's, at least he's been warned, like, this is a roller coaster. So just be ready for it. So, okay, number one I put on the list was dealing with the initial shock. So we definitely weren't expecting this. So when he called me yesterday, we were thinking that they were going to be talking about raises this week, but it turns out the terminology that was used was not raises, it was compensation. So we had been talking all week about, well, like, what are we going to talk about when you go into your meeting to talk about raises and stuff like that. And it wasn't that. He went in and it basically was like, you're done. So you're out. So he called me and I was like, oh, how'd the meeting go? What kind of raises are you looking at this year? And he's like, no, I'm on my way home, where it's done. I'm coming home now. So it just, yeah. So, and again, on the bright side, it wasn't personal. It was, that's just what they did. And the whole, yeah, that they, over half of his team basically was done. It was the same thing. So anyway, so that was our initial shock. And then, like, with the old trail, when they're on their wagons, I don't know what the terminology is, but we, get your wagons in a ring, and ring your wagons and get everybody close and figure out, what the deal is. So we talked to family, and we talked to my parents, we talked to his parents. Circle the wagons. That's right, Nevada. That's what it felt like. I was like, just circle the wagons. Everybody's in. Let's just, get together and huddle up and let's figure this out. So, he called his twin, who has kind of been through this before, and we didn't, just come straight out and start telling people. Yeah, he filled out the unemployment stuff today. So yeah, so there's that. So we were just kind of huddled up trying to figure out, I don't know. Yeah. But lock up the 6-shooters. Yeah, no. He's not that kind of guy at all. Okay, so we went from that. So the next thing was, in is that we wanted to evaluate, well, what are our assets right now? Like, what do we have going for us? What do we have, you know, as far as what's in the bank, what kind of things do we have coming in? What kind of money do we have coming in? What kind of things do we have going for us? One, we're very fortunate that we have been keeping on top of our debt. So we don't have a ton of debt. So that's a positive, you know, not that we want to go run our credit cards up now, but we have that as a positive, that we don't have a whole lot of credit card payments that we have to make and things like that. So that's, and even though that's not something coming in, it's definitely something positive to keep in mind. And then next we talked about, you know, we're really gonna have to start tightening our belts, and we're gonna have to like start cutting any kind of dead weight that we have, any, you know, Netflix or any extras, anything that's extra that it's just not necessary right now. Yeah, so there's that, you know, like he has a, he's got a, you know, like iTunes account where he gets extra music. I don't even know what you call it, iTunes Music, or is it Apple Music? I don't even know what it is, but all like little subscriptions that we've got here, there, and everywhere. It's just like, okay, if it's not necessary, it's out, right? I know, Jeff. No, not Netflix, he's saying. You know what? YouTube has got lots to watch, and yeah. So, yeah, this is true. Oh, yeah, Bitcoin, Teresa's saying, this is true. Frugality is the way to go when resources are scarce. Yeah, this is true. You know, and we're pretty, I don't want to say simple, but we have simple tastes. So I like to garden. So you know, we've got that. We've got our fall garden going. We like eating beans and cornbread. So like eating cheap is not going to be a problem for us, I don't think. You know, we have been eating out more than we normally do. So I've been kind of pushing for us to stop eating out so much before this ever happened, because I just can't bear the thought of like spending that money when I know, like, oh, we could totally just make this at home for like the cost of one of our meals. So definitely, I'm kind of happy about on that aspect of it, because I really want to start eating at home more. So let's see, I haven't looked into temp agencies, and I'm sure I'm missing comments in there. Hi guys, hi everybody. Thank you. Yes, yes. Oh, the orange tree. Yeah. Well, that's the thing too. Like my dad has got all of these orange trees, and I can. I know how, you know, I have some videos on the channel about my canning, but you know, preserving food and canning food and making jams and jellies and stuff like that, that's my jam. So so it's something else that can be done pretty easily. Freezing lemon juice, you know, all the little things that you can do. Teresa says you're still in shock. This is true. Yeah. Deep breaths. I mean, because today is day 2, and I do feel like just still in shock for sure. Okay, so there's that. So the next thing which we haven't done yet is to create a new budget. We haven't done that yet because we need to go through and like cut. We need to sit down and look at everything that's coming out of all of the accounts, you know, and see what can be cut and where we can make these, you know, scale things back. You know, we don't need the $200 budget for groceries, you know, even though our kids eat like maniacs. We can definitely I can start couponing again. not that I want to, but it's something, you know what I mean? It's a thing that we can do. Am I scared I'm going to lose my home? No, I'm not really worried about that. No. We'll figure it out. We'll make it happen. And if we had to, we'd ask for help from family at that point, because no, that's not, I mean, but you know, who knows, right? Cut all the necessary, bundle internet, TV, phone. Yeah, he's on LinkedIn. Look at Energy. Oh, you know what? Somebody else was mentioning Energy Ogre to me. I need to look into that, because yeah, our energy bill, now it's good because it's cold outside, but in the summertime, our energy bill is crazy. What do we use? No, we don't use TXU anymore. What do we use? I can't remember. This is bad because it comes out automatically, so I don't even have to look at it. Okay, so we're going to be looking at creating a new budget. we didn't do it today because today he was, you know, updating his resume and filing all the unemployment stuff and just, yeah, I mean, so he was taking care of that today, and I was taking care of, you know, it's homeschool. We still have school today, even though we're in shock and just like, so I took the kids to, there's a place in Lake Jackson called, it's a sea center. It's free. It's a fish hatchery. So we went down to the sea center today. You know, we did our school, went to the sea center, came home, you know. So, you know, that was good. Just I think we needed to get out of the house. The kids don't really, we talked to James about it. Yeah, I don't think they're kids. They don't get it, you know. So thank you so much, Lonnie. Thank you. Yeah. So there's a light at the end of the tunnel. Couponing go. Yeah, I know. And I used to do the couponing stuff too. And I just need to get back into it. So let's see. I wish I could yeah, Chris is saying I wish I could throw the TV out the window. Yeah. And you know, my older brother didn't have a TV for ages. I mean, he just got a TV maybe a couple years ago. So Julie's asking about the severance package and does not include limitations for working for competition companies. No, he didn't get anything like that. It was more like you can't use disparaging remarks about the company. You can't you can't try to poach anybody from the company for 2 years. You can't go and do their whole thing. And you know, I have to get on the Poshmark, Bethany. I still haven't done that. My friend made $800 last month for cost of goods. No way. Okay. So I'm going to check in the Poshmark. Oh, thanks, Lydia. That's so nice. Yeah, I haven't gotten to the insurance thing yet. We're going to get there. So the next thing was keep busy. This is something, and as I was telling Randy, like he's had a really positive attitude about this whole thing. Mine has been a bit more stressed, and I think it's because of past experiences in my life. And I keep telling him that because he sees how stressed I am. And I've had, you know, okay, so my biological father, who is no longer with us, but I won't get into any of that stuff. But when he lost his job back when I was a kid, it changed our lives, and it to the extent that my parents ended up getting divorced, and it was just really traumatic. You know, it's like he was so, I was a kid, so it's still kind of my speculation and my take on this. So it seemed to have such an effect that really bad things started happening, and my parents ended up getting divorced. And I know there was a million other things, but it was one of the dominoes in the effect. You know what I mean? And then I was married previously, which many of you may or may not know, but I was married previously, and when my ex-husband, you know, lost his job, again, this is an oversimplification of it. It changed a lot of things, and it brought a lot of stress, and it brought, yeah, it was a scary time, and it seemed to change the person in, you know, the people in my life. So that being said, it like freaks me out because I want to make sure that doesn't happen again. So not that and again, I keep telling Randy, this is no reflection on you. I'm not upset that you lost your job. It was, you know, this is just me dealing with it. You can't help but have these past emotions and memories flow out, you know, or come up, because it's just like, it just happens, right? So when something happens and it reminds you of all of these things, whether bad or good, they come, right? So you can't help it. So, oh, thank you, Connie. I will. I have to write that down. You know what? Message me because I can't. Oh. Okay, so there's that. So I was talking to my mom about it a bit because, you know, she was married to my dad a long time ago, and I just said, you know, if I see him getting that way, I think my goal will be to keep him busy. I don't think we're gonna have a problem with that because he's been busy. Leslie says it's unknown and scary, but there are a lot of employers who snap him up. Yeah, I think so. I mean, he really is. And one of the things that attracted me to him in the beginning, and still, is that he, like me, is a lifelong learner. You know, he is constantly trying to improve himself. He's constantly trying to learn new things. So that's something that he definitely has going for him. He's not afraid to, you know, if a company is going in a new direction, or, you know, he's not going to say, well, this is the way I do it, and I'm not going to change that. So, I mean, that he's got that going for him too. He's always okay, we can figure it out. You know, if we got a problem, cool. We'll figure it out kind of guy. So there's that. But if I do see him getting off track in that way, you know, just try to keep him busy. Yeah. So, oh, thank you guys. So, okay, the next on my list is that for me, and this is kind of not bothering him, but stressing, the only thing that's kind of stressing him is that makes me just want to push harder for what I'm doing. So I was up last night listing. I was up last night making sure I got my 80 shirts filled today, make sure, you know, because I am on merch, so I can upload 80 shirts a day. So I was, you know, pushing to get those up. And I'm kind of doing low-hanging fruit, where I'm re-uploading things, or I'm uploading good sellers onto those sweatshirts and those hoodies, you know, where I don't have to put a whole lot of thought into it, because right now I just don't trust myself, right, to think. Yes, yeah, that's a good tip. Look at it as a new beginning, definitely. So just taking the opportunity, and I'm already bad about not taking time for myself, so I think that's kind of what worries him too, is seeing that I'm just gonna like push myself to the limit of breaking. So I'll have to watch out for that. So then my next thing was that our medical insurance ends at the end of this month. So I'm trying to make a list of like, what all do I need to take care of? You know, I need to get, you know, do we need to go get our teeth cleaned? Do we need to go get, you know, what are all the things that we need to take care of before the end of the month? Because yeah, we can do the Cobra thing, but gosh, it's so expensive, right? So we are checking into that, like trying to make sure we get all of that medical stuff going on. And honestly, I haven't even thought past that. You know, one of my guys is in counseling because he's got some anxiety stuff going on, and like I haven't even thought that far ahead. Just now, that just came to me, like, what are we gonna do about that? You know, this is our insurance covers. So you know, like then what? You know, that's a toughie. So we'll get there. We'll figure that out. I don't know if she's got a sliding scale. We'll find out. You know, I'm gonna have to find out about that. So and then I wrote, you know, try to maintain a positive attitude and keep in mind that it's not a personal reflection. It's not a reflection on him. It's not a reflection on me, on our family and all of that. Chrissy says not Cobra, right? It's so, I mean, from what I'm seeing, it's so pricey, right? It's just, I don't know. I keep seeing this shiny thing on my face. That's why I keep messing with my face. I'm like, do I have glitter on my face or something? I don't know what the deal is with the health insurance market, and is it only open during certain, I don't even know. Look for independent insurance companies, Leslie says. So that's just, yeah. Again, just one of those things that I haven't crossed yet. So if later, you know, when the video is over, if you have comments or tips about that, leave a comment because I could use it. And I was trying to come up with 10 things, but honestly, I just couldn't even think of 10 things. I thought of 9 of just our plan, you know, of what we're gonna do. So yeah, I'm gonna check into medical is the only reason why I stay doing what I'm doing. Oh yeah, that's what Chris says. Look for state assistance within the new circumstances of food insurance. I will, you know, and we are not really wanting to, I mean, if possible, do that, like get on government assistance. I mean, if it came to that point, I will do it. You know, I got to take care of my kids, but we're going to figure it out. You know what I mean? And I'll look into Poshmark because I do have so much jewelry. So, yeah, for sure. So I appreciate you guys all coming to watch. 124 viewers. Thank you guys so much. And it's like I want to say give it a thumbs up, but I mean, okay, don't give it a thumbs down. Okay, give it a thumbs up, even though it's not like, yay, isn't this a fun video? But just as a support, I don't know. Yeah. Most car insurance companies also have health insurance, Leslie said. Okay. Some small business organizations are looking into banding together for group insurance rates. Oh, that's good to know. So yeah, that's, oh, thanks, Chris. I'm looking, thank you, Foxy. So, okay, I'm just reading in the chat and seeing, I mean, I know worst case scenario, I mean, I think the kids would maybe qualify for CHIP. I don't even know if that's even a thing. But I know they were making changes to the child health care insurance program, but I don't even know. So there's a lot for me to explore. There's a lot to figure out, and I'll keep you posted with what's going on. Crossing fingers that it's not going to be a long-term thing, but you never can tell what's going to happen in this crazy world. So yeah, so anyway, I am going to be doing more reselling, and I'm going to be making sure I get all my shirts up. And I did have some friends ask me on Facebook when I shared with some people, and they were like, well, what can we do to help? Well, I'm not going to ask for money or anything, but if you happen to be shopping on Amazon, if you happen to be going that way, I have an affiliate link down below. It doesn't cost you anything. It's not giving me money. It's just like a finder's fee. If you shop, if you're already going there, that's what I'm saying. Just click on my link and go there through my link, and it'll just tell Amazon Margaret's name. Yeah. Anyway, so there's that. That way it's not like I'm not asking for handouts or money or anything. But yeah, let's see. Rockstar Flipper was talking about Cigna yesterday. I'll have to find out about that. Okay, cool. Deep breaths, Sherry says, thank you. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Again, yeah, I'm not asking anybody to go spend money or give me money, but if you're going to Amazon already, if you're like, I need to go buy toilet paper or whatever it is that you buy there, just click the link and go there through that link, and that would help. So, okay. Oh, thanks, Bethany. Okay, thanks, you guys, and I really appreciate the support. Honestly, just the emotional support and the community. This is the whole point of having. This is why I do this, right? We're a community, so yeah. Okay, all right. You can make an insurance change when you have a life changes. I'll have to look. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. So I'll keep you guys posted, and I'll be back with more videos because that's what I do. All right, thanks, you guys. I really appreciate it. Bye.